For much of the 20th century, farm workers in the United States labored under extremely difficult conditions. The work was physically demanding, wages were low, and workers often lacked basic protections. However, a fight for change arose in Delano, California in 1965, led by Philip Vera Cruz and Peter Velasco. What started as a local protest grew into a powerful movement across California's Central Valley.
These people are going to win the strike, and we'll have to convince them then and there.
And after 5 years, grape growers agreed to union contracts that ensured better pay and improved working conditions. However, there are still many challenges that farm workers face to this day, including wage theft, heat illness prevention, and the right to disconnect. Many farm workers are refusing to seek help due to intensified fear or deportation risk. Ann Lopez, founder and executive director of the Center of Farm Worker Families, has spent years working closely with farm worker communities.
I mean, the main thing I see in the farm worker community is just fear, living in constant fear of deportation, having their families split up, having some members sent back to Mexico deported and others hiding here. But just the climate of fear this administration has created is unethical, immoral, and I think they should be thrown out of office. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Because of these ongoing challenges, community organizations have stepped in to support farm workers and their families. One example is Ayudando Latinos a Soñar, or better known as ALAS, a nonprofit that works to provide resources, advocacy, and community support for immigrant and farm worker communities.
ALAS is a 501c3 nonprofit established in 2011 by Dr. Belinda Hernandez Arriaga. When she settled here in Half Moon Bay, she noticed that there was a large Latino community, although there wasn't really a space for them to get resources, specifically pertaining to mental health. There's a big gap. With the thought of really creating a safe space for our Latino community, and we started with a cultural arts program, with the folklorico dancing program, the mariachi program. By strengthening the cultural identity of our youth, it would have, just empower our youth from a young age to see their culture as a gift and not a deficit.
I went to Napa Valley to speak with José Luis, a senior supervisor in a grape field, about the struggles his coworkers and him continue to face today.
Usualmente el año pasado trabajé como unas 25 o 27 personas. Este año nada más máximo fueron 13 personas. Eso fue por todo lo que está pasando.
Most Americans, I think, are in denial. They don't realize that the entire industrial farming system is dependent on these people. The fact is that these immigrants indirectly feed us. If they were all deported or had to leave, the entire industrial farming system would collapse. We'd have to import food. And I'm told if we did that, the cost of an apple would be about $10.
Esta ha sido mucho más diferente que la anterior. Se están cerrando muchos trabajos y los que vienen pues padeciendo todo eso somos nosotros los trabajadores. Afecta mucho y pues todo pasa desde arriba.
I think there's a lack of knowledge in the American public and also some denial. I mean, no one wants to know the suffering that I visibly saw with my own eyes visiting one place where farm workers live after another. There's 3 things that would transform their lives for the better. One is comprehensive immigration reform. No one should be worried about deportation. We're absolutely dependent on their labor. The other thing that they need is a living wage. That would be at the very least a minimum wage, if not more. The third factor that would transform their lives is a contract with their employer so that the employer cannot steal their wages, which goes on too frequently.
Even though organizations like ALAS and Center for Farm Worker Families are providing space for community and support, many farm workers continue to face serious challenges. While this support is vital, it's not enough on its own. Fear, exploitation, and uncertainty still shape the lives of many farm workers, reminding us that the fight for dignity, safety, and fair treatment is far from over.